R&B needs you. We here
Thank
now. We done
you.
heard the project is fire.
Thank you so much.
We have to talk about the record that's coming out, Spin Again.
Yes.
What inspired that record? Because I feel like men and women alike can relate to it.
100%. And that's number one. It's so relatable. The fact that I have conversations with my friends and my people, like, it's so many of us that even a toxic situation, we gonna spin a block, okay?
Yeah.
And that's so relatable. But I love it. It's a grown woman song, and I feel like it. I came out when I was really young, like at 19, 20, so I wasn't really comfortable with singing about stuff like that, even though it was kind of pushed onto me, but it just happened so naturally, and I love the song. I feel like it's everything. So shout out to Chris Eccles for helping me create this. He's a singer, songwriter, super dope. So
Yeah,
we linked up and created magic.
Yeah, y'all did. I feel like I heard the term spin the block like
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
So spin again, and it's just like,
And it's crazy because we did that song about 2 years ago. So it's just been sitting, but it's like perfect timing.
it's divine timing for sure, for sure. And like when you go and pick out your beats, the guitar really stood out to me on the end and in the beginning. How do you go about picking your beats?
So, well, I really work very closely with my like in-house producer, G Styles. We have dope chemistry. We didn't have the strings on the original, but I want strings, I want keys.
Yeah,
So
real music.
yes, and so I was like, please have somebody go crazy over this, and he sent it to his boy Chaz, and he went crazy.
Baby, you gonna need Chaz at the show.
Listen, I need him to get on his knees and play
And do the
that.
guitar, you feel me?
Real
That's
talk.
gonna hit.
The
That's
live shows are gonna be crazy with that record, especially.
For sure, for sure. So what are three things, like three must-haves you gotta have in the studio?
Oh, it done recently changed because I done changed my life, girl.
Okay, period. We love it.
It used to be Casamigos. We don't do that no more. I'm sorry. But water for sure, tea. And I would just say I'm not really just a needy person. I just need the lights dim low a little bit. Just set my vibe. Yeah. I'm very simple.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So I also want to talk about outside. We was just talking about it because I feel like I've been in a 4-year relationship. Okay, you staying inside with me.
Yes.
That's how I'm locking you down. And
That's
I'm
the
like-
vibe. That's
so
the vibe. Only.
what inspired that record?
So just that, you know what I mean? Like these men be wanting to go outside, and it's like you got everything that you need at home. Like we can have a good time at the crib. You want to go out with your boys? Let me not say that. I was going to say something. No, I'm just playing. You spending too much time with the boys, come home. And I feel like it's super relatable again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure.
And I love the fact that I'm making fun records now, too, because I feel like I was very much real personal, even in my last project. So, really just trying to hone in and having fun with this stuff. So, yeah.
I definitely feel like you were having fun, but it's a lot of range in this project.
Definitely.
As well. So how do you think past self has evolved to current self?
Oh, girl, I couldn't even put in words. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, it's so much that happened over the years. I've changed drastically, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So, I would just say how I evolved as an artist. It's a lot. I feel like a lot of things play its part, like as far as being a mom now. So I have different perspectives on a lot, and I think this time that I've set out, I've really been able to really lock into who I am and my sound as well. That was something that I struggled with. I didn't feel like I had an actual sound. You know how people be like, I found my sound, I got it. Yeah, I think I got my sound. I'm pretty sure I got my sound. And I think you're going to be able to hear the growth in this music, not even just vocally, but lyrically and all that. So
you definitely was telling some stories.
Thank
some
you.
Real
That's what I
stories
try.
from record to record. So I want to jump into Something.
Okay.
That's an amazing record as
Thank
well. What
you.
inspired that one?
Something I linked up with Will Gittins and Mizzy, that's my boy. We so locked in. The hook was actually presented to me by Will, and so Mizzy was like, I love it. It's a feel good record, and I was like, yeah, that's what I needed. So we cut the record and then wrote the verses. And Something I really have a special place in my heart for, because it's obviously all my music is inspired by my life and all that. But just like, that's a real story. I don't want to get too deep into it because I like to keep my personal life
to you.
To me. So, yeah, just know that.
Period. Period. And you know, when I was listening to something, I was like, I love how you say you make me feel something.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know what it is, but it's something.
It's
something. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're writing your records, where do you draw inspiration from? I know you said your life, but like, how does that look when it comes to creating?
Honestly, I just put my feelings out onto these records. I feel like in my records, I'm the most vulnerable. Like, I feel like it's so therapeutic for me to get it out, because I'm never really just talking about my issues around, even to the people that's closest to me. So, being able to have that outlet is just like second nature for me. So I also pull from just people close to me, pull from their experience, and know that, just want to make really relatable music.
Yeah.
So
you did that, girl. We ready. Look, the summer we's ready.
Thank you.
So I know you named the project after your baby boy.
I did.
So how is it? First, let's touch on motherhood. How is it being a mommy? I'm so jealous.
You want a baby girl?
I do.
Just think long and hard for a few more years. But yes, it's amazing. It's like the hardest job ever, but the most rewarding. He's everything to me. I feel like he's, as cliche as it sounds, he's saved my life for real. So, I feel like I owe it all to him. Yeah. And it's amazing. That's all I can say. Can't even really put it into words.
Name the project after him?
Well, first and foremost, I feel like I said, I want to honor my son and whatever I do. I feel like without him, I probably wouldn't even be putting out a project right now. So, but also, I want people to really listen to the lyrics, because I'm super vulnerable in this. And so it's like, listen to the lyrics, because I'm not only telling my story, but I'm also telling yours as well. So
it's like a double meaning.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
What's up.
That's
what's up. So overall, do you have like an overall message with the project, you think?
I feel like there's so many topics that I touch on. I just feel like it's a reminder that I didn't give up. I'm here. I'm back. Because a lot of people thought that it was a wrap for me, but I feel like I'm back and better than I ever was. So
on your time.
God's time.
God's time, and that's what's most important, and that's why I feel like it's such an amazing project, because you took your time, but it's like you said, it's divine timing.
Yes.
So with your son, with the things that you're doing, but I also want to ask you, how do you feel right now about the current state of R&B? I feel like the girls. I feel like they outside. Yeah,
they outside. They get live with their rounds. No, yeah, I love the R&B where it's at right now. They say R&B is dead. It's definitely not. I'm loving the girls. I feel like we all bring something different to the table as well. So I feel like R&B is in a great space, and I'm just glad to put myself back out there again.
We were talking about earlier how, like, back in 2019, you pushed forward for a lot of the girlies to be vulnerable with their music. So
that's real.
I feel like you were a pioneer with a lot of things. A lot of artists are able to be, like, very just wearing their feelings out. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So
I appreciate that.
We appreciate you. What? But I want to get into a little bit of the background. So I'd like to do my research, and I want to talk about the American Idol moment when you was
girl.
I really do. Like, I really want to.
Girl, you went way back. Hold on.
We gotta go way.
Hold on.
So, in that moment, like, what exactly happened when you figured out, damn, I could sing?
See, girl, I always knew I could sing. Didn't nobody have to tell me, I'm just playing. But it was me, my cousins, and we was in a room, and it was my idea. I'm like, y'all be the judges. It's like 6 of us in here. We need 3 of y'all to sit down. You be Simon, Paul, and Randy. That's who it was. So I get up, I do my thing, and they had to stop the whole game, because they like, no way did you just sing like that. Took me outside to my mama and my auntie, and it was like, yo, daughter can sing for real. My mom like, no, she can't, because she be singing around the house. I don't be listening to her. So I sung, and she instantly started crying. I was like, oh, wow. I could really sing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this for real. Hold on. Girl, after that was a wrap. I was performing for my family for dollars and everything. Girl,
come on, bring in the
going to the corner store, give me some hot Cheetos after my performance. But no, yeah, it was like after that I already knew I wanted to be a singer, and that was like what I wanted. That was like, I don't come from a musically inclined family. It was literally just like destined, I feel like. And so, and it's crazy. My mom said that she used to always pray to God. Like, she'd be like, God, just please give me a voice. I want to be able to sing. Wow. And she said, I honestly feel like God, every prayer that I had, he put it in you and gave it to me in that way. So
you're able to fulfill that.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, that's so crazy you say that, because my mom tells me that as well. She's like, a lot of things that I wanted to do or wanted to be, you're doing. So that's a blessing to be able to do that for your family.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? For the future of your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I gotta jump in a second. I have one more question.
Okay.
What can we expect this summer, this fall? Like, what else? How can we best support Layton Green? This for the people.
Yeah. I would just say, just know that your girl is outside. I'm not MIA even though I said there was no reason to be outside. There's every reason for me to be outside this summer and the years to come. But, yeah, the best support I would just say is love me through it all, because I'm very hard on myself, especially I know it's obvious, the weight gain and all that. So I'm very hard on myself. I know I had a baby and all that. I would just say, take it easy on me, child. If you got a negative comment, save it. That's all I can say, honestly. But yeah, and just stream my music. Hopefully y'all can receive it well. And yeah, hopefully they can hear the growth and where I'm headed. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to affirm you in that any research that I did, a lot of people is excited and ready for you to come back. There are way more people that are ready and waiting to stream, support, than there are anybody out there that's ready to say some negative shit.
That's real.
So
and I see it. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? As best as you can orient on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm excited. We gonna be outside, inside. But you know what I'm saying?
Both of them.
Both of them. I'm super proud of you, and we're just ready to support, man.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you for taking the time out and speaking with me. This is my first interview back, girl.